Welcome, 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 everyone. It's almost the top of the hour. All right, so we are ready to get rolling. Hey, come on in, welcome. This is your host, DeKesha Williams, your virtual COO, and we're going to go ahead and get started in just a second. I want to give you guys some time to join us here. So if you just hang in there with me for a second, we will go ahead and get started. So do me a favor as you guys are joining in. So there's a section below you that says if you have questions. So what I want you to do is actually type your name in the question box. And it should allow you. Yeah, so type your name where it says ask questions here so I can know who's actually joining me. And let me know where you're from and what you do. Let me know where you are from and what you do so I can know who is on with me today. So again, as you are joining us, please do me a favor and drop your name in the box below. Let me know where you're from. I'd like to shout you out and let people know that, hey, you are here with us. I know you guys are kind of just joining in when we haven't really started yet. So you are not late. All right, I see you guys are joining on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I don't know if you guys are driving, if you're stationary. But welcome to today's masterclass. So just want to send out one final reminder. And it's gone. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hello, everyone. My name is DeKesha Williams, your virtual COO. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. That way we can go ahead and get started. I like to be respectful of your time. But as you guys are joining, do me a favor, comment in the box below so that I can know who is on with me. If you could do that favor, please. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we'll go ahead and get started. Excellent. I'm going to turn my camera off so you guys can focus 100% on the materials. All right, let's kick this party off. So as you guys are joining in, I am not particularly sure who is here with me, but I'll give you guys a chance. And if you have any questions as we are going through the training material, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. That's what we are here for. And I will make sure that I leave time for a live Q&A section, okay? Just in case you guys have questions. So we're going to talk about how to master webinar success blueprint. What that basically means is how you guys can monetize utilizing a webinar platform and the webinar technology in your business if you're not already doing so. So I am super excited to be here. Some of you guys were invited from my tribe. Looks like some people were invited from Traveling Outside. So if you were invited by Trevor, I want you to type below in the box. It might say ask question here, but if you were invited by someone, let me know who invited you. This is DeKesha Williams. You're listening to the voice of DeKesha Williams, your virtual COO. And if you are just joining me, I'm just going to say hello very quickly before we get started with today's information. How about that? All right. So let's go ahead and get this party started as you guys are joining. So who is this for? Apparently there was something in the email that you received today that caused you to say, oh my goodness, let me go and find out what this chick is talking about. Some of you were involved in the phenomenal challenge that we had this week. Oh my goodness, we had such a phenomenal time. You guys rocked it out on the webinar challenge this week. And I mean, I'm super impressed. So some of you all are like, what? So I see Andrea, Allison, Carrie, thank you so much for joining. Jay, Gordon, D. Marie, thank you so much for joining. Jacqueline, Janmitra, let's see, trying to catch all of them. Thank you so much for joining. Linda Barnes, hey, Dr. Linda. I know you were in the challenge. You were rocking it out this week. So thank you so much for joining us today. And so we're going to jump right in. And a lot of you all participated in the webinar challenge this week. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, so earlier this week, we started a challenge on day one where we literally walked through, how you can use webinars in your business. And by the end of the week, not only do they have a date picked out for their webinar, but they actually have the topics and the title. How cool is that? They have the topics and the title for their webinar. So this is for anyone that is at the point where they want to make money without having to beg to be on somebody else's stage. This is for you if you don't get a lot of speaking opportunities in every month. If you're not speaking on 5 stages per month and you're not charging $25,000 to $5,000 a month minimum or per speaking gig, that you're in the right place. So just so you can know a little bit about me, I'm a single mom of 2. And the reason that I chose webinars is because I wasn't in a position where I could travel as much as I used to when I was a district manager. And I don't know about you, but I always felt guilty. I felt guilty when I would have to leave my kids at home, especially trying to find somebody that would stay with them. So webinars seemed to work very well for me because I could participate in the webinar. I could host the webinar at my convenience. And so I found this software about 4.5 years ago. You believe that? 4.5 years ago. And I was able to teach, train, and facilitate literally from the comfort of my own home. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that today. And we're going to talk about, some of the myths that people have about webinars and some of the misunderstandings that people have about webinars. And for those of you all that were in the challenge, the one question that was asked to me is, all right, DeKesha, I've got this title now. How am I going to get people to show up, girl? How are you going to help me to get some people to show up? So that's what I'm here for. You are in the right place. I'm going to help you get some people to show up. Can we agree to that? So you guys know me as the #1 virtual COO, where I help entrepreneurs fire themselves and embrace the role of COO. I've helped them build systems and processes. And actually the webinar Success Blueprint is a part of an automated revenue generation system. That's exactly what it is. And that's why it's one of the elements of what I teach. I've helped my clients increase their revenue by 200% in 12 months. And so it's just a matter of implementing systems and processes in their business. #mompreneur, wine connoisseur. I absolutely love wine. Don't tell anybody. I've never been to a winery. Can you believe that? I have never been to a winery, but I do consider myself to be a lifestyle entrepreneur, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a second. So you're in the right place if you go live every single day or at least once a week and you're not making money in your business, right? Or here's one of the things that I've heard too is that you try charging for webinars and no one actually showed up. No, the program did not end already. We are here and you are in the right place. Someone said, did the program end? No, you are here. We are here. We are live. I'm not sure. I didn't see a hand. Well, I didn't see a name. So no, we are still here and we are live. So welcome. You are just in time. Just in time. I haven't even started with the good stuff yet. How about that? All right. So again, drop your names down below. Let me know who is in here with us, and we'll keep moving right along. So one of the things that I was saying is that you're in the right place. You know, you signed up for a reason. You signed up to be here with me for the masterclass for a particular reason. And 9 times out of 10, you go live. You use IG stories. You're using Instagram stories. You're using Instagram Live. Or IGTV, whatever they're calling it now. You're going live on Facebook, and you're not really getting the traction that you need from Facebook, and you're really not making any money from utilizing that platform in your business. And one of the things that came up too is that people are charging for their webinars like $20, $40, but it's not enough to pay the bills. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And then, I mean, at the end of the day, to be quite honest with you, it's Robert. Robert said, is it over? No, Robert, we are here, we are live, and we are in the building. So I'm so glad that you have joined us. But yeah, so, and then the third thing is that you're just not making money in your business. Like, you're not hitting your revenue goals in business. And that's just plain and simple. Now, this is not for you. So I can tell you now, like, I'm not trying to hurt any feelings, but if you're looking for a quick fix, one of those, I'm gonna help you make $1,000 in 24 hours. You are not in the right place. You might as well click the end meeting button or the log off button. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. And this is not for people that are not willing to do the work. You have to be willing to do the work in order to make this work in your business. All right. Can we make that a deal? Can we make that a deal? So I'm not going to keep you long. So over the next 45, maybe 60 minutes, if it takes us that long, you guys. And we're going to have some time for some Q&A. Over the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk to you some of the things about, some reservations that people may have when it comes to utilizing the webinar platform in their business. And some people are like, well, why do I need a webinar? Why can't I just go live? Like, why? I mean, there's so much more opportunity and more exposure if I go live on social media versus having to have a webinar. Yep, got an answer for that too. And webinars are just so expensive. Like, why do I need to spend all of that money on webinar? Yep, got something for them too. Pretty much I have something for those of you all that feel that way about webinars. So just some quick housekeeping rules, and I'm gonna tell you why I have housekeeping rules. I usually have training Thursday in my business every single Thursday. And even sometimes I will watch, that's one of the 3 things that I do in my business is I try to learn something new every single day. So I have a tendency when I watch webinars, I might be cooking or I might be doing something else or I might be working on a project. So one of my rules is that you shut down Facebook. I have already put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I've already turned my phone, my ringer off. So I'm going to give you 100%, 115%. And I would like for you to give me at least 90% because you never know the situation. Because if you're driving, I don't want 100% of your attention because I do want you to pay attention on the road. Okay. At least give me 90%. Okay. And so turn off social media. We have an area, if you are watching online, we have an area where you can comment below and ask your questions. My VA is on here, Lance. And so if you type the question, I'll get them or Lance will get them and we will make sure that we answer them throughout today's masterclass. So I'm looking to help you understand why it's a no-brainer to use webinars in your business. Y'all ready? And if you stay to the end, I have a special gift for you, but you have to stay to the end. Oh, and we're going to announce the winners today. Let me make a note of that. We're going to announce the winners today. Well, the winner of the contest today. I can't announce the winner of the the person that gets the comp, because we're still 24 hours within assignment number 5. So we have to wait until they do assignment number 5. But we do have a special gift for you all, and we'll announce that at the end if you stay towards the end. How about that? So like I was sharing with you earlier, as you guys were joining, right? We did a challenge, and today's day 5 of the challenge. And this is Rob Youngblood, one of the previous participants in the challenge. And this is what I absolutely love about the challenge. So Rob participated in the webinar challenge, and literally after day 3 of using positioning questions on their Facebook page and LinkedIn, they got 25 responses and was able to get on the phone with 3 people in 1 day. That was just from the challenge. So imagine, hey, Tiffany, imagine, just super imagine what would happen if Rob just actually implemented the webinar success blueprint. So he was able to send out a proposal. I think he sent out 3 proposals totaling over $9,000. And the last time we spoke, Rob actually closed one of those deals. So what does that mean? Webinars are the #1 way that I've built a list and created a lifestyle business. You get it? So what was one of the things that you had to do? And I want you to talk to me. I mean, you guys, you may not be able to see me, but I am here. I'm here live, and I want to make sure that this is an interactive space. So what was one of the first things that you had to do in order to get access to the webinar, right? We created a landing page and a thank you page. So even though challenge participants were invited, we also invited everyone on our list. We had some of our power partners that actually invited other individuals in. So some of you guys were invited by Trevor Otts from Peak Performance Institute. And so you had to register, and that's the key. You had to register. So it helps you build your list. But here's the thing about it. And so if you guys haven't heard my story, just to tell you really quickly, I'm just that chick that lost the same job twice, building a successful business from the comfort of my own home. I have 2 kids, one that actually is collegiate gymnast. I got a football player and a basketball player. And so all year long, we are literally in some type of sport whatsoever. You get it? So we have football season, then we have gymnastics season mixed with basketball season. And then he doesn't really play like spring ball, but he plays basketball during that time. So all year long, I am literally on the go in the evenings, running a practice. And some of the mompreneurs out here, mom parallelpreneurs out here can kind of relate to my situation. And we got some dadpreneurs too that have to do the same thing. So I needed a business that I could create or build around my schedule. I didn't want a business that was built and I had to navigate around the business. No, I've been able to create a lifestyle business where I literally have boundaries. At between 4 and 6 o'clock, I will shut it down. If I'm cooking dinner or if I'm getting ready to pick up kids and take them to practice, then that's what I do. And most of my clients know that, and they get that, and they respect that. So being able to create a platform from anywhere, it doesn't necessarily have to be from the comfort of my own home, but being able to create a platform from anywhere has allowed me to create a lifestyle business. Now, based on what I've shared, I want to know how many of you that are watching want to create a lifestyle business. You can just type yes in the comments below. It may pop up as a question, but we're going to roll with it anyway. So just type yes if you're interested in, in having a lifestyle business. I just want to know who's ready to build a business around the life that you desire to live. I'm just curious. And so I know that there might be just a tad bit of delay, but I'm interested to see. So the Webinar Success Blueprint, and this is when we're going to talk about how to master it, right? But it's designed to create a lifestyle that allows me to be present with my kids, make money from home, and not have to. Sherry Brown said yes. Robert said yes. That's what I'm talking about. I just wanted to make sure that I was in the right place with some people that are really ready to build a business around the lifestyle. I wasn't sure because you guys were just a little quiet. So I just wanted to make sure that it was some people out there that are really ready to make money in business. So fantastic. I don't know how many of you cold call in your business, but that is something that I have yet to do and I do not desire to do. But that's one of the things that I teach in a class is how you can use the list and you don't have to cold call. Dee Marie says, yes. So, all right. I think I have some people out here that are truly ready to rock and roll and make some money. All right. So awesome. I love it. I told you this is live. Told you we are live. So awesome. All right. Let's keep this party rolling. Okay. So here's what's funny. We talked about earlier that they said, well, why do I need webinars? Webinars are dead. All I have to do is go live on social media, right? Webinar, I don't need a webinar. 41% of marketers, this is a marketing strategy. Write that number down. 41% of marketers considers webinars as an effective revenue strategy. Do I have to say that again? 41% of marketers consider webinars as an effective revenue generating strategy. What? That's almost half. What else do you need me to say? And then I love this one where people never attend, right? People never attend. Do you realize that 28% of people who watch webinars signed up to do so after registration was over? So that means that 28% of people that will watch this video actually will sign up after today. So 28% of the people who will put their eyes on this training will actually sign up after the day. So I want to make a valid point here. Don't get frustrated or flustered by the numbers. And here's another thing that I want you to understand. 20 to 40% of the people that register will eventually become a prospective client. So let's just say that you have 80 people that register for your webinar. Let's just say you hosted one webinar per month. I'm going to tell you to do twice a month, but we're going to, for the sake of this exercise, if you have one webinar per month, you had 80 people register, right? 20% to 40% will eventually become a prospective client. So that means that a minimum of 16 people will become a prospective client. Now, let's just say you have a 13 or 10% close rate. That means that you're going to close 2 people. Robert says he has a product for $9.97. Rob, sorry, can I call you Rob? Can I call you Rob? What if you sold just 2 people your $9.97 product? That's $2,073. That's $2,073. What if you took some extra sales training and you double your close rate, right? So now you're looking at a 20% close rate, 26% close rate, and you close 4 people instead of 2 people, right? And now you're looking at, Rob said, yeah, you good. You can call me Rob. I love it. Now you're looking at how much? $4,147. So I'm glad that you are actually on here, Robert. Could you use $4,147 in your business right now? How many of you under the sound of my voice could use $4,147 in your business with closing 4 people? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get excited. Maybe it's just me. Y'all good. Y'all don't need $4,000 in additional revenue. But I literally just walked you through how you can make an additional $4,000. Is that all right with you? Can somebody take $4,000 in the box below? Just type $4,000 so I can know that you're paying attention. That's all I want. I just want to know if you're paying attention. All right. We say every day of the week I will be doing a webinar. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys are awesome. All right. So, and here's another thing, right? Promoting webinars are expensive. Do you realize that the average cost of a webinar is like $100? And sometimes that can actually include the cost of some of the platforms out there. There's so many different platforms like Webinar Jam, EverWebinar, I think it's Instant Teleseminar, GoToWebinar. I think Get Response has a webinar platform. Sherry said, I need and I want the $4,000. Hey, Lolita, $4,000. I just want to make sure y'all was paying attention, okay? Hey, Lolita, D. Marie says, you still, what did I say earlier today? Yesterday. So D. Marie says, I could use 4,000 for show. All right now. All right. I love it. You guys are rocking and roll. You guys are paying attention. Good. I love it. So the average cost is less than $100. And to be honest with you, I didn't even run ads for this particular webinar. I did not run Facebook ads for this webinar. So I could have easily spent over $100. I could have 10 times that if I really wanted to, and I didn't. So, you know, and I wanted to do that to prove a point, to let you know that webinars do not have to be expensive. There's platforms out there that does not cost you an arm and a leg. I gave you a couple, EverWebinar, GoToWebinar, Webinar Jam is one. Now, some of those, I'm gonna be honest with you, some of those can get quite expensive, okay? So the next question for those of you all that were in the challenge, and even if you are just showing up, I want to reiterate again that we did do the webinar challenge. We had a phenomenal time. It's not too late to go through the steps if you have not been through the webinar challenge. But like I said, they were able to complete like the topics for the webinar, the date of their webinar. So the question that they asked is, all right, DeKesha, how are we going to get people to show up? How are you going to help me get people to show up? Are you ready? I want you to type ready in the box below. Let me know I'm not here alone. I just got to make sure I'm not here alone. All right. And just so you know, with the strategies that I use in my business, we are currently sitting at a 36% show rate. We are current at this particular webinar right now. We are currently sitting at a 36% show rate. By the time it's over, I'm pretty sure that we'll be close to 50%. But the average show rate is around 20%. So that tells you that the strategies that I use in my business, ready. Hey, Reverend Rita girl, how are you? So glad to see that you are on here with us. So like I said, we are sitting at a 36% show rate. And I can't wait to show you guys how to get, you know, a show rate higher than 20%, which is the average. Like the average is 20% of the people that actually register show up. Nope, not on my watch, right? So how do you get people to show up? You know, you have to consistently remind people, hey, we're going live. How many of you received a text message from me? How many of you received a messenger bot from me? How many of you, I know you received emails from me. I'm not going to even, I don't even doubt that you received an email from me, or that you received an email from my dear friend, Traveling Ox, that invited you to join me today, right? And so that's how you get people to show up. That's really how you get people to show up. So messenger bots is like one of the most popular methods that are being used right now. Are any of you actually using messenger bots in your business? I'd love to know if you guys are using messenger bots in your business, right? And email marketing, you guys, is super huge. And that means that you're consistently sending out a sequence of emails that let people know, you know, what's the benefit of coming? Like, that's one of the things that I showed you guys, is how you can actually make money with, you know, without having a list, right? Without having a list. And so welcome. You guys are not late. I appreciate you guys joining, right? And so just come on in. We're just getting to the meat and potatoes. It's all right. So Having an email marketing series, and I like to call it the Ninja Email Marketing Series. Reverend Rita can tell you guys that we have a Ninja Email Marketing Series, okay? And so, you know, there's about 8 strategies. I'm here. I have to get this. You sent a text mail messenger bot and you went live. See, I don't play around. D Marie, you've been there for the whole thing, right? There's actually 8 ways that you can get people to show up. And I'll share with you about 3 of the ways. We've already talked about the messenger bots. Those are super, super huge. And we've been utilizing that for probably the last maybe 6 months in our business. And we've just been focusing on growing our messenger bot sequence and implementing that. And to be honest with you, even if you were to go to my web page, like my main web page, there's a bot system on my main web page that leads you to a lead magnet. Like, that's how serious it is, okay? And then you have to have like an email marketing system. Our company, we use Infusionsoft, but there's companies like Active Campaign, which is really, really good. And I don't think it's that expensive, to be quite honest with you, okay? So, and those are just some of the technology systems that you would use, because you need to have a sequence of emails that are going up, they're going out to your prospective webinar participants, right? So an email marketing series. And so we actually have a set of emails that we use in our webinar sequence, and it works for us. You know, like I said, we're at 36, currently at 40% show rate. My goal is to get to 50%. Like, I'm telling you, it works, okay? So that's number 1. We also use social media. So live stream, Dee Marie says she caught me on a live stream, right? I use live stream. I use a text messaging system. I send out text messaging, yes. And I still use Facebook events. Now, sometimes if you send those out and people don't necessarily respond, you can go to Facebook jail. Yeah, I've been in Facebook jail, and I don't even know if I'm out yet. So that is why I rely on the other 7 systems to get people to show up. So how do you get people engaged on your webinar? Well, just like I've been doing with you guys, like some of the things that you can do to prepare you to make sure that you are engaged. Like, number 1, you guys know that you're going to get a gift, right? Number 2, you know there's going to be a contest. So I know you're here because y'all want to know, right? But here's the thing. Ask questions. I've been asking you questions the entire time that you guys have been joining me, because number 1, I want to make sure that you're retaining the information, but I also want to make sure that you just ain't falling asleep on me, even though my energy kind of keeps you guys' attention, right? That's one of the ways that I like to keep people engaged. But here's some other things that you can do too, and you can take notes on this, write this one down, is that you can actually prepare pre-work. Have you ever participated in a webinar and they sent out like a worksheet prior to, and they had you fill out the worksheet and be ready when you show up to the broadcast, right? So, and then when you're going through your training material, they're actually filling out the worksheet. So they have to pay attention in order to fill out the worksheet and get the information, right? And so pre-work is pretty cool as well. And even having worksheets or workbooks that they can follow along with works very well in regards to getting people engaged. And so I always like to ask questions like, you know, where are you from? What do you do? Some of you guys, like, I don't, you know, I've never met, I don't know if do I know Sherry Brown? Sherry, where are you from? And Tiffany, where are you from? I know Dee Marie is out in California. Lolita, where are you from? I know Rob is in St. Pete. He told me that earlier today. And so we got a couple of people, I'm not necessarily sure, you know, where you guys are from. Jacqueline, Jen Mitra, some of you guys might be driving and not able to. Dr. Linda Barnes is on here. Lanita is on here. Hey, Kevin Hicks is on here. And some of you guys may be watching, you know, as you go. Michelle Adams, hey, how are you? She's on here. So I'd love to know, like, where are you guys from? Like, what do you do? You know, let us know. You can type it in the box below. I'm kind of controlling the board here. I've got Lance. Lance is my executive assistant. You know, Lance is helping me as well. But I'd love to know like where you guys are from. Girl, Sherry Brown, you're from Richmond? I live in Chesterfield, Sherry. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Introduced from Rob YB. Yep. I don't know if you were on here when I showed, Rob participating in the webinar challenge. Someone said, how do I see the chat on here? Actually, I see it. I actually see it. So tell me who you are. Don't be afraid to put your name in it. I won't bite. We got LA. Kevin Hicks is from LA. And so, yeah, so don't be afraid to let me know. So I love that Sherry's from Richmond. Like, that is so super cool. Like, I love it. All right, so we got Baltimore in the house. We got Kokisha from Conway, Arkansas. Hey, sweetie pie. Hope you guys are getting some information. See, I told you it was some extra people out there. They won't type in, y'all. I knew they were out there. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's how you get people engaged. So, so I absolutely love, I appreciate you guys. And here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I can do it right now, but I tell you what, somebody wanted to know how to get engaged. So this is what I'm going to do for you. If you are not a part of the webinar challenge, I want to post the group right there for you. All right. It's going to show up on your screen. Normally I don't do this, but I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to copy that. And this is why I love this particular platform, right? Check this out. And you can actually check that link, right? So there should be a link right underneath the screen. It'll show up in just a second. And it'll show you where you can go so that you can see everybody that's on here. How cool is that? Now, the reason that I don't typically do that is because it takes you away from the platform. It takes you away from the platform. So let's just see. Okay, it's on. So it's on there. So it should show up in just a second. Let me know if you do not see the website on there, but I put it on there for you. All right, so cool. So, but that's how you get people engaged, right? Ask questions, find out where your participants are from. I typically like to use this platform because it will automate. So I can actually automate this webinar once we are done, right? I can automate this webinar once we are done. And then that way, boom, you know, I don't have to do this anymore. When I launch, this will all be automated. Let me see. We got some other people. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. North Chesterfield. Yes, I'm in Chesterfield. I'm off of Courthouse and Hall. All right. So California, wedding and event planner. I can't even talk. Broker in Detroit, Michigan. Member of the Greater Detroit Realist Association. Hey, Lolita. Well, welcome. All right. Hello. I'm from South Carolina. My company is eHealth Medical Systems. I'm the founder and president. I created an iCard. It allows patients to have access to their medical record anywhere in the world. You need to meet Trinette and Rob. They are both in the, somebody want to know my secrets. No. So Michelle, if you are in the webinar challenge group, make sure that you reach out to Rob. Rob is on here. And Trinette, they are actually in the space. So you actually should see a link below my name now. And I believe if you push the button, it'll take you to the group. So someone says, are you streaming in the Facebook group? No. And that's a perfect question. Here is why. I wanted you guys to get exclusive access to this training. And so many times I see people streaming their Facebook live. Their webinars on Facebook. And yes, you know, I just had this conversation before we got on today, right? I literally just had this conversation before we got on. And so I know that people use Facebook and they stream their webinars there because it creates exposure. But like I told you in the challenge, I'm sorry, I was letting Kokisha in the group. I saw her ask to join the group. But anyway, there's a low barrier to entry. Like, yes, you're going to yes, you're going to get exposure, but I don't want exposure from people who are not really interested in using webinars. Like, you guys signed up to listen to this training to get information about using webinars in your business. So if I was to stream this online, yeah, it might get over 1,000, 2,000 views, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be 1,000 or 2,000 people that are actually interested in using webinars. So yes, I love that you asked that question, because I had that argument earlier today about whether or not I was going to stream. And so it makes people register because they actually want to get access to the replay. So that is a phenomenal question, and I really appreciate you asking that question. All right, so step number 3 is how to monetize your webinar. And good, the button takes you directly to the group. Whoop, whoop. All right, so y'all got me excited now. I told you all, the participation and engagement just gets you excited. All right, so how to monetize, right? So here is how I suggest that my students do it, because you are list building and you are trying to build your list, right? So you offer a free webinar, and then you offer a product, or you offer them a way to work with you. I can tell you now, if you are on this webinar, you still hanging in there with me, number 1, you're going to get a gift. But number 2, I'm going to share with you the system and the opportunity to work with me and how I was able to do $15,000 in 21 days. $15,000 in 21 days utilizing this exact same system. So I'm telling you that now. I'm giving you the heads up. Yes, I'm going to share with you the opportunity. Okay. And that's how you monetize. Now, think about it. When this particular webinar is automated, that means that I'll be generating income where? From the gymnastics meet, from the football field, from the basketball court. Like, literally, the key to this entire process is to implement these steps, and then you automate it. Like, I literally have 4 webinars that are automated right now. So if you go into one of my free gift sequences, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get access to a webinar that I've done in the past, and it's going to offer you the opportunity to work with me. And so, you ever heard them say make money when you sleep? That's how you do it, guys. But you have to have a signature product. So how many people that are still with me that have a signature product? I want you to put it in the comments below. Let me know who has a signature product while you are waiting. I'm going to go over here. Even I told y'all to turn your, let me see. Make sure that nobody else asked to join the group. I think the rest of y'all are in the group. Good, 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 good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so good. So that gave me some time to see if you got a core offer. All right, who else has a core offer? Robert says, me, I do. And I love it. I can't wait for you to get on the webinar and sell it for $997. Michelle, you do. Are you willing to share how much? Welcome. Are you willing to share how much? Michelle is from South Carolina. So awesome. How much is your core program? Well, it's only me that you're sharing it with. If you want me to, if you want me to share it out loud, hopefully, put it this way. Here's my recommendation to my students. Over $497 or $597. All right. If you want, literally, if you seriously want to do a 5-figure launch, it's got to be over $497. Like, I recommend that the minimum that it will be. Robert is hilarious. Marie says, I do. Michelle says, I do. Robert says, whoop, whoop. So yeah, so in order to monetize, you have to have a core product, a minimum of $497. And that's one of the things that I love about the opportunity that I'm going to share with you in just a second, is that if you do not have a product that's $497 minimum, yes, I see one that says $997. So you do the math that I just showed Robert earlier today, okay? Because it was about $4,000 a month. Awesome, $997. Man, You guys are making me proud. So this is phenomenal. Awesome. You guys rock. You guys rock. All right. So why did you show up today? Number one, you are not sure where to start with webinars. Some of you participated. Oh, thousands. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And before I continue with the slide, so let me tell you a secret. When you are over $9.97 and you're doing a webinar, your call to action is a discovery session. Don't tell them I told you. That's my secret for the day, but I will tell you, if you have a price that's over $9.97, you invite them to a discovery call session. And because they have to be qualified, you have to pre-qualify them to make sure that they can afford your program. So I love it, Michelle. Michelle says it's in the thousands. So why did you show up today? You showed up today because you were not clear of where you wanted to start with webinars. You weren't sure of how to get people to register for your webinar. And so, I mean, I just showed you how it's become the top method in generating income from your home. And so some of the times people say, well, this, you know, because of what I do, because of what I do, you know, I can't use this. Speakers, authors, consultants, and coaches can also benefit from it. So what's next, you ask? DeKesha, what is it that I do first? Well, you've already scheduled a date. Now it's time to implement. Let me tell you something. Idea plus implementation equals income. Write that down. Idea plus implementation equals income. Write that down. Idea plus implementation equals income. You have an idea. You have a concept. In order to generate income, you have to implement and act on the idea. Idea plus implementation equals income. So some of you all are going to take what you learn in the challenge and you're going to go and you're going to host your own webinar. And I wish you the best of luck. And I know that some of you will do a fantastic job by just implementing, you know, the processes that I've shown you from participating in this particular broadcast and in the challenge. Some of you all are going to use the blueprint, and I cannot wait. Can I share with you? I cannot wait to share with you the blueprint. All right. So Tiffany's from Montgomery, Alabama. I appreciate that, Tiffany. So let me share with you a little bit about the webinar success blueprint. Somebody said I could share, so I'm gonna go ahead and share. This is my broadcast, so I can go ahead and share with you. Fantastic. All right, so the webinar success blueprint, super duper excited about the webinar success blueprint because here's what we are going to discuss. And here's what you're going to learn how to do in the webinar success blueprint. And you better stay tuned because I got some good stuff, y'all. Like, I'm not just saying that, like literally, we got some good stuff. Reverend Rita, if she's still on, she can tell you. I'm not sure if you can actually see her comments, but if you're in a group, she'll tell you that I think Reverend Rita has participated with us. So she will tell you that, hey, it's thebomb.com, right? But module number one is helping you develop the content for your first webinar. Now, even though you wrote the bullet prints for your webinar, right? We help you flush out how to develop the content so that you can host a 45-minute to 60-minute webinar, right? So a lot of times people are not particularly used to speaking in this space. So they don't know how to hold the space for an entire hour, sometimes an hour and a half, right? Module number two, I'm going to give you the Ninja. We're going to walk through the Ninja webinar email sequence for higher show rates. We got up to 40% today, 40% when the app, so we doubled the standard, the industry standards, right? So when you, oh, good question. Hang on just a second. I'm going to answer that in just a second. And Ninja webinar email sequences for higher show rates. So we're going to go through what needs to be in each of your emails to get them to show up to your webinar, right? And this is actually a 6-week process. Module number three is how to show you to promote your webinars. We talked about there's 8 ways to promote your webinar. There's 8 methods, right? I used to teach 7, but we added in an 8th one. Very effective method. Module number 4, I'm going to show you how to monetize, how to make money utilizing these webinars. I'm actually going to walk you through, you know, step by step. And I love teaching this class. And so module number 5 is how to automate your webinar for passive income. And let me share with you real quick. Oh my gosh. When we first started this class, this is Crystal Cunningham. Crystal Cunningham participated in the webinar Success Blueprint. And I'm just going to read it to you. I want to let you all know that this thing is working. As of this morning, this was after she conducted her first webinar. She'd never done a webinar before. And she even had technical difficulty because she used Zoom. She sold her product and increased her price. The next morning after the webinar, she had a total of 8 people that paid for her program and in her new group. This is huge. She wasn't supposed to sell anything the first night, but it was time. She felt it was time to leap. And one of the things I told him, I was like, look, you better sell something at the end of this webinar. So she decided that next week she's going to go back and do the second webinar with the brand new level of confidence. By opting into the program, learning about webinars and building her audience, she's not sure that this would have even happened. She's been promoting her program without any paid ads, but can't wait to implement ads in order to see the additional results. This is so good. I am beyond proud of myself, challenging myself to grow into another level. That's Crystal Cunningham. I mean, first time doing a webinar, super proud of one of our students in the initial, well, it was like the second or third time that we had taught that class. So here's what you get if you decide that you want to work with me today. If you make the decision, there's a button below the screen, the same one that used to take you to the group. It's going to take you to the page, the Webinar Success Blueprint page now. But I'm actually going to give you the script so you can copy and paste. So I'm going to give you the Ninja Webinar Email Sequences script so you can copy and paste. That's bonus number 1. That's if you decide that you want to work with me, if you decide today that you want to work with me. So someone asked, what software are you using? Guess what? It's included. You don't even have to go buy it. My team will install it. It's included in the Webinar Success Blueprint. How freaking awesome is that? So now you don't have to pay $400 a year or $100 a month or $200 a month. Even Zoom, like I have Zoom. Zoom costs $49 just to add on the webinar piece of it. I'm just saying, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying you can use whatever platform you want to use. Okay. Bonus number 3, my team is going to create your online promotional packages for you to promote your webinar. How awesome is that, right? So these are the promotional items from the first time that we launched it years ago, like last year or something like that. But my team is actually going to create the online promotional package for you to promote. How awesome is that? For you to promote your upcoming first webinar that you decided to do. How cool is that? That's exciting, right? What? She got a bonus number 4. So did you realize, what did I tell you earlier? Like 23% of people that actually register will register after registration close. So there's more money in the follow-up. So there's a follow-up sales sequence that we provide how to monetize the webinar, y'all. Oh, this is juicy. So one of the bonuses is the actual sales sequence. I give it to you so you can copy and paste. I'll give it to you so you can copy and paste. Listen, it's just that easy, right? That way you can follow up on the backhand side and make some money. All right. So we're gonna teach you how to monetize, but we're also going to show you how to follow up in the sales sequence with your CRM, your email marketing system, right? And you can automate this entire process. What do you think that I've been doing this entire time? No, I'm here live. No. I'm here live, right? But this entire time, we've been automating a lot of the process. So again, here's the bonuses. I want to kind of summarize the bonuses, and you'll see this. So you get the Ninja Webinar Email Sequences. It's actually the scripts. You can copy and paste. Make it your own, because I don't think you want to sell, my product. You'll get the webinar software included in the Webinar Success Blueprint. If you decide that you want to join today, you can do so by clicking the button below me. It's a green button below, and it'll take you directly to the Webinar Success Blueprint where you guys can join. There is a payment plan. So you can actually either pay today and save, or you can do the monthly payments. There's 2 particular options. The second option we're going to talk about in just a second. So if you decide that you want to move forward today, I would love to welcome you into the Webinar Success Blueprint. We do meet every Thursday at 4 p.m. for a live Q&A, and we'll talk about that in just a second as well. So again, my team will offer the online promotional package, okay? Don't worry about that. It's all inclusive, and we'll actually give you the script for the follow-up sales sequence. So here's a recap of the Webinar Success Blueprint again. And if you have questions about the program, please type them below and I will answer your questions. Yes, it's all about automation for passive income. So if you have any questions, please type them and I will answer them while we are here live. There are a couple of questions out there that someone wanted me to answer as well. So module number 1 is developing the content for your first webinar. We have a process that we use to make it easy for you to create content that will last and captivate the audience for a minimum of 60 minutes. Then I'm going to give you the sequence so that you can have a higher show rate, okay? My goal is to get you anywhere between 30 and 40% because industry average is 20%. So we're not average, we're better than average, right? All right, so module number 3 is how to promote your webinars. I'm going to give you the 8 strategies on what to use in order to promote your webinars. And then I'm going to show you how to monetize. The system that you see me using right now, it can be turned into an evergreen model, meaning that it can be turned into an evergreen webinar where I don't have to teach it live anymore. And then we'll show you how to automate your webinar for passive income so that you can make money like me, create a lifestyle entrepreneur, right? This is my favorite part. So we actually have a VIP access. Well, what is that, DeKesha? Well, I'm glad that you asked. It's for those people that are like, look, I want to do webinars. I don't want to set it up. I don't want to learn. And I want someone to do it for me. Our team will do that for you. So the VIP access, our team will install and set up your complete first webinar. Our team will install. Remember, you get the actual software with the intro level, but the VIP, our team will install and set up your first webinar. We will actually develop your signature presentation. So basically what you're looking at right now on the screen with me, we will develop your first signature presentation, okay? We will create the offer framework for you. So remember we said earlier, if you do not have a signature program, we will help you create the framework for your signature program. We will also create your lead magnet. It's another way to build your list. We'll create your lead magnet to offer on the front of your webinar sequence. So you're basically getting an entire sequence at the VIP level. Some people call them a funnel. We call them a sequence, tomato, right? So, I mean, how awesome is that? It is a complete done for you solution. Our team will install and set up your entire first webinar. You'll get your PowerPoint, your signature presentation done for you. Our team will design it. I have a full graphics design team, okay? That's how they can do it. And so it's not DeKesha doing it. Don't listen, I'm not that creative, right? I outsource it. And then we'll create your lead magnet for you so that you can have something to build the momentum to get people that's interested in your webinar sequence. So this is just to recap one more time. You guys can go to thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com, thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com, thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com. The link is below. You can click on it. It is $127 a month or $327 a month for the VIP access. So you'll get access to the bonuses that we shared if you decide to move forward with me today. All right, so let's go ahead and answer some questions. I'll leave it open for Q&A. One of the questions is, would you lead to a discovery when you lead to a discovery session, do you tell the full investment in the webinar? When it is over $997, I do not tell the full investment because there is an application on my website that you have to complete in order for me to qualify you for our $25,000 product. So we have a $25,000 product. If I wanted to do a webinar for it, I'm not going to talk about $25,000 for that. I would have them go directly to schedule an appointment with me. It will take them directly to the discovery session questionnaire, and then it will schedule an appointment. So that's a phenomenal question. And so one of the other questions is, let me see. Is the time right for me? Like, you know, is this gonna work for me? So number one, if you're using Livestream and you're not making money in your business, then it's time for you to make a decision to do something different. And so if you're going live and you're not making money, it's time for you to do something different and use some webinars and make some money. Let me show you how to literally make some money with some webinars. Like when I tell you that I showed you Crystal. Crystal was able to close 8 people. We did $15,000 in 21 days. You guys said you want $4,000. So, I mean, we literally tripled that and can show you how to do that as well. In regards of will this work for you? So here's the thing. It depends on your effort, right? It's not whether or not it will work for you. Will you work for it? Because you have to be willing to put in the work. And you do get lifetime access to the program. You will get lifetime access to the program. If you go to www.thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com, thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com, and if you decide to take action today, we have some phenomenal bonuses for you. You can take a look at the bonuses. We're going to give you the entire script. How cool is that? The actual webinar software. Super excited about that. So any questions from anyone, please type them in the box below. Type them in the box below. Hey guys, it's your girl, DeKesha Williams, your virtual COO, inviting you to work with me in the Webinar Success Blueprint. I'm super excited. And so I invite all of you that have stayed with me. Oh, let me give you a gift. You ready? Type the word webinar to 804-298-2846. 804-298-2846. How you all let me almost forget it? Almost forget, right? Free gift. If you type the word, and you will get the free webinar checklist. So if you've never done a webinar and you are looking to know kind of what to say, how to guide through it, it's a checklist to keep you going. You know, if you decide, hey, I'm gonna try this thing on my own, DeKesha girl, listen, I ain't mad. Get the checklist. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you. The number is 804, right? 298. If I can type it right, 804. There we go. 298-2846. If you type the word webinar, can you guys see that? Voila, right? I put it right on the screen for you. Type the word webinar, 298-2846, and that way we will get you your free gift. So you'll get the webinar checklist. And I'm looking forward to working with you. If you go to thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com, thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com, somebody is already texting in. I love a free gift. So I'm going to extend the opportunity. I don't want to hold you too long. I know that we are at our time, but listen, this is a phenomenal opportunity. You guys can get it at a great price. The Webinar Success Blueprint, it's 5 modules with 1 week of implementation. You can join us. I think the link is below, thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com. Module 1 is developing the content for your first webinar. Module 2 is actually the webinar email sequence that will help you get a higher show rate. We had a 40% show rate today. My goal is to help you get anywhere from 30 to 40%. And then I'm going to show you how to promote your webinar utilizing different technology, different strategies to help you get that higher show rate, right? And then how to monetize. I'm going to help walk you through your core product, but how to close it, right? And then that follow-up sequence so that you can get the back-end sales, because you're not going to always sell on the date of the webinar, but there's a process so you can pick up the money that you're leaving on the table in the back end. And then how to automate your webinar with passive income, okay? So the particular system that you see me using right now can be automated. So last call for any questions out there. Yes, 804-298-2846. I invite you to work with me for 6 weeks and we will get you going, especially for those of you all that were in the challenge. The invitation is open if you were not in the challenge. thewebinarsuccessblueprint.com. So listen, if you have any individual questions, type them below or inbox me on Facebook. So you can find me at facebook.com/DeKesha. That's DEKES as in Sam, HA. So facebook.com/DeKesha. And I'll answer any questions that you have about the Webinar Success Blueprint. I want to thank you guys so much. And so our winner for inviting the most people is Reverend Rita Henderson. She gets the $50 gift card. So congratulations to Reverend Rita. I think she invited like 20 something people into the group. About 9 of them actually accepted. So that was the highest invitation. So I appreciate her inviting them in. So Reverend Rita's crew, congratulate Reverend Rita Henderson in the group. We appreciate you hanging in there with us. She's one of our WSB members. So she truly believes in it if she invited 20 people to participate in the challenge this go round. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, reach out to me if you have any questions about the Webinar Success Blueprint. Again, it is a live Q&A session every Thursday and starting in 2 weeks from 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The highest and best use of my time is actually to answer questions about your business. So you'll get the training on Monday, but you'll get me live on Thursday to ask me questions. I used to train live, but the highest and best use of my time is not for you to sit on a call with me and train you, but to answer questions specifically about your business so that you can implement immediately in your business. My name is DeKesha Williams, your virtual COO, helping you to fire yourself so that you can own the role as CEO, utilizing webinars in your business and automating the process. I love you guys. I've thoroughly enjoyed you. I appreciate you hanging around. You all have a phenomenal day. Be profitable, right? #profit producers. Y'all take care.